Hey, this is Dave from DJL Hobbies again. So here's a quick update to the battery tray reinstallation and my first attempt to try to see if this thing will even turn over. Got the battery charged out back, we're bringing that up. But here's the tray with the bolt heads painted. Got some Rust-Oleum, throw a little bit of anti-seize on the bolts. Of course that goes in here to the dirty engine compartment down in there. See if I can try to do this one-handed. Set this up onto the spare tire. Alright, takes two hands. But anyhow, so the tray goes in there. I should take that out and paint it as well. As you can see, it's starting to corrode a little bit. The other three bolts go up in there. Two of them go in the bottom of the tray down in here. And then we've got the battery cables and whatnot that of course hook to the battery. Here's the negative side. They're all kind of yucky too. So what I'm going to do is get that tray back in here, bring the battery up, throw it in here, and see if this engine will turn over. I just don't know. And of course I pulled a stick out. I don't know if you can see it there, but there was a stick that was growing through right here that I pulled out. Apparently the stick or tree, whatever, grew right through the radiator core itself, and now it's leaking antifreeze, so I'm going to have to pull that out and get a new tray. Let's see, I don't know. I see a exposed oil fill hole, I guess, back there. Oil fill's here. I don't know what that one is back there. Have to look at that through the cab, I guess. But it's been sitting a while. So anyway, let's get that battery tray connected. See if that will sit there. Let me go grab that. So this just sits down in, oh, I'm going to have to buy another battery hold down. I think I got one found on Amazon. It works in this style of tray. It's just a little metal thing that comes up over the battery top. Not the top of the battery, but the little brace thing they got inside the battery. Alright, this can be a puzzle. Maybe this is a puzzle. How do we get that out here? Let's see. I think this is it. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, I did not pay attention to this when I pulled it out. Get my watch off so I don't scratch it up. Let's try this a different way. Apparently that's not the best way to do this. How about if we come in with this first and spin it? There we go. I think that'll work. Alright, I'm about to get a bolt up into that firewall first. So we've got two longer ones, three shorter ones. The three shorter ones go up into the firewall. These two go under that bracket over there. So I'll just get one of these short ones in there first. Don't need too much. It just says shake well. How in the hell are you going to shake that thick ass stuff? That's just dumb. Anyhow, put a little bit on the threads. Don't need much. As you spin on, obviously turn the threads in there, it's just going to populate its way around the threads anyway. So I'll get this up here. Let's see. So that's still got to be able to pivot because I got to get those bolts down in there. So I won't do it too tight with the wrench, but I'll get it at least snug in there so I can still spin it if I need to. See if I do one of these longer ones down below, maybe. Break it off the paint in the cardboard. Come on. Well, the paint really stuck, huh? There we go. Alright, put a little bit of anti-seize on this one. Like I said, it doesn't take much because it's going to spin around there and cover all those threads anyway. So this is really weird. Does that go on the inside? That can't go on the inside, does it? Maybe it does. That might have to go on the inside. I'll take this one out up here. Oh shit, and I got anti-seize all over my fingers. I should have worn my rubber gloves. Oh well. Let's take this off. Yeah, because there's a nut welded to the backside of that bracket there. Come off there. Of course, I didn't take pictures of it before I took it off like a dummy. Supposed to take a picture before you remove any of this stuff so you know which direction stuff goes. So that's off. Don't lose that. So what I'm thinking is, it's hard to see down in there, but I think that bracket goes on the inside. That L bracket goes on the inside because the nut plate's on the back side of this bracket. So if I just screwing it through the holes is really kind of dumb. So let's get this thing and see if we can set it in there correctly. Oh, interesting. How are we going to do this? Let's see. Alright, what did I do? I pulled out the tray. Got it in here. There we go. So that's how this puppy's got to go. How did that bolt up there? Maybe we need to start with that top bracket instead of the middle one. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, that's in. Did that thing get bent, I wonder? There's the bolt hole there. So let's get this long one in here. I got some paint in there, so it's gonna be a little tight. It's threading in good. Not all the way though, so I still got to move this top bracket to get some of these other ones. All right, let's get some of these short ones up top here. So that's the other tall one. So get one of these short guys. And I gotta be careful about cutting myself because I'm on like double blood thinners from a couple hardtacks and AFib and all that crap. A little bit of anise there. Let's see if I can get this bottom again. And then we get this middle one. Alright, those peanuts are all set there. Now I just got this one back here to see if that lines up. Let's see. It's kind of lined up. I don't know, man. It's going to be tight. Might have to pull those in with those top ones first. But let me see if I can get it started. Alright, that's just off. I'm going to have to tighten these top side brackets first. Get them to pull it in some. Let's see if that pulled that over any. Shit, that won't tell you. That moved even worse. Whoa. So those three top ones are tight. Did that relieve me any? No, that sure didn't. Let's see, do I need to loosen this up a little bit? I might need to get a crowbar. I don't know how that got, I don't know why that's bent. Shouldn't be bent, but you never know. I don't think it looks like it's been an accident or anything, but it's definitely not in there good. So let me go grab me a crowbar. I'll be right back. I think there's one in, oh shoot, is that still inside the door? There was one there. I don't know if it's still there. But I don't want to leave all this stuff here and somebody will steal it. So you know what? I'm going to tighten this one down. Maybe there's something in the RV I can pry with. Hold on. you know, there's an aluminum bar in there that would fit, but I don't think it would probably bend. So I'm just gonna, since I gotta take it out and repaint this anyway, I'm just gonna tighten this top one up for now, or the front one. This 4 bolts is enough to hold the battery, just to see if this thing's gonna turn over or not anyway. So, and if this happens to pull it straight, then great. I don't know if it's stripping out or it's just long. No, it's just long. You know, if that bolt was never in there, I don't think anything would happen anyway. This thing is so tight now. Let's see if it happens to thread in. Barely. I might be able to get it started with the socket. Let's see here. Probably stripping it out. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but oh well, it's done now. Alright, so I got negative here, positive there. That's the other part of the positive. I think this is the stupid cable that's supposed to burn out if it shorts out. So let me go get my battery and get that hooked up in here. See if it'll even turn over. So that bolt is probably shot, but it's in there and it's holding that tray back there, so that's not going anywhere. Get my watch in my pocket so I don't lose it. Alright, so let's get this big ass heavy battery in here. See what it's gonna do. Alright, so what should I start with? Negative, I guess. After I try to see if this thing will turn over, I will disconnect both terminals. I'm pretty sure there's a parasitic leak in this thing somehow. Somehow need to go all the way to 0. Alright, come on. Yeah, it's starting to rain. So we got a couple minutes to try this. See if this sparks on me. So they had this dumb thing. Where's that other piece? There it is. They had, what did they have? I think they had this with this and this. Well, nothing sparked, which might be good or bad sign. I don't know. I do know that there's 13 something volts in here now. Alright, let's do the deed and see if this thing even turns over. I doubt it will, because that's what I wanted to show you guys. That looks like a bloody mess, and I'm thinking it's burnt up. Probably draining this battery right now, but it's not going to be able to let juice go through. That's why I'm thinking I'm going to have to rewire this whole wire bundle. But I just thought I'd give it a shot first anyway, because I've seen some other pretty janky ones on the web, and they worked. Cars ran. So let's give her a shot for a minute. I do not know what any of these switches do. That might be the fuel tank, not sure. I don't know what's off or on. Guessing that's off. Don't know what that's at. It's disconnected. There's wires hanging there. There's just shit everywhere. So, here goes nothing. Hey, look, it turns. It turns, it's alive. Yay. I can start something. Good. I can get it to. So maybe that thing's off run. I don't know. The engine spins. That's a good sign. All right. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. So let's get this off of here so we don't kill the battery. So now that I know it's hot going in here, I can put my protective cap on here. I think I leave the neutral on, nothing's going to happen, it's just grounded. So I'll put this, where am I going to put this? Put it back in the cab, I guess. But that is excellent news, knowing that I can turn that engine over. That means I got something I can do getting it started. And it doesn't sound froze up, it sounded actually like it had plenty good compression even, so that's awesome. All right, so let's shut this puppy down for now, get out of this rain, and we'll have this video be a wrap for today. So there you go, YouTube. I appreciate watching. Give me a thumbs up, comment, share if you'd like, and we'll come out with another video here in the next few days and see if I can actually get this thing to fire. So like I said, I got to figure out which one's the fuel pump. I think I need some new fuel line in there because he said it was leaking gas when he did crank it with a fuel pump on. So I got to make sure I got some gas in there, so I got to get some fuel dumped in the tank, and we'll see if we can get an actual fire. That's awesome. Whew. Peace out.